is actually taking part in the deepest needs and the deepest motivations in human history and human life.
Yes.
So this is the power of the Islamic message, and it's actually the beauty about Islam, that it carries itself. It doesn't need people to carry it. You just present it to the people, and people will recognize it because it's there in their heart. Something that I find very interesting with Sheikh Istis, who is very dear to our hearts, mashallah, we love him so much, is that he presents Islam in its, with all its simple and straightforward beauty. And this is why you find people are always receptive, mashallah, and the response is very positive when he speaks to people, because he tries to present it from his heart with all its simple and straightforward, as I said, straightforward beauty. And this is why it appeals, because that's their own nature. That's
of course. Sheikh Mu'tasim, Jazakallah khair for participating with us, and inshallah we ask you to keep and to remind the brothers there to keep us in their du'as, inshallah. Sheikh Mu'tasim, the presenter of Inspirations and one of the most beloved Sheikh on our channel. We have Sister Sarah from Bahrain. Assalamu alaikum, sister, and welcome to our program.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum to all of you.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It's a pleasure to see Yusuf Estes and everybody else on the show, and especially a very special thanks to Mr. Saleh. He really gives a very wonderful and accurate and pleasing answers every time, and I every time tune up and get a lot of knowledge. Alhamdulillah, may Allah bless him. I feel very sad when he tells always for the donations for us, HUDA and all. So we just, it's true that we just sit back and enjoy your show, but we don't do anything. But the thing is, I mailed you before, like how much can we send? I can ask my friends to cooperate with me, so we can collect it together and send it to you. And one more question is that, can we send the zakah money for this call?
Okay, that's a very important question. Okay.
And
it's an excellent question, and I think probably you should answer that one.
Collect it together, it will be somewhat a bigger amount for your show. And how much is, you told me, can you tell me in Bahraini dinar how much it costs for one show? Because maybe 1 month, one of our friends will share it, another month, another, but everybody else will share.
Okay, Sister Sarah, I'll ask you to stay tuned to the program. We will tell you of all the expenses that we have that we would have in the program, inshallah. We'll tell you about all the expense, and stay tuned, as well as other viewers, inshallah. Let's go to our first question, Dr. Muhammad. Is the zakah money permissible?
Before answering this question, I would like to compare our situation to the situation of our opponents. And I would not hesitate to say opponents. Missionary organizations, they have their budgets in billions. A channel, for instance, like the 700 Club. Pat Robertson, who...
Don't forget, my father used to support them. We were there. We know about them.
Pat Robertson, who I don't think he goes to sleep. He's 24/7
dedicated,
stereotyping and bashing Muslims and Islam. Does not save an effort. Rush Limbaugh, Michael Savage, and all of those guys. What are we doing in order just to tell people that no, we're not like that? Giving da'wah is not just limited to waiting in the Islamic centers or in the masajid, waiting for people to step in and give them a Quran and give them da'wah. We have to be open to others. We have to expose ourselves. And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam is the best role model. He used to go in every Hajj season and expose his da'wah and offer his mission to the pilgrims who were idolaters. Seize this opportunity, the Hajj season where people are coming from abroad, and talk to them. Sometimes you will be laughed at, mocked at, beaten or whatever, but that's okay. Now with the media, with the most sophisticated tool that enemies have been using exclusively against Muslims for over a century, now finally we've got this opportunity. One single channel. During the Battle of Tabuk, it was a year of drought, famine, hardship. So Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam encouraged the companions to donate in order to support the military campaign.
Okay.
This is as important as a military campaign or even more.
Really?
There is, exactly. It doesn't have to be with a bloodshed or on a battlefield. No, look at it this way. The Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had Hassan ibn Thabit. Whenever the enemies would phrase poetry in order to weaken Muslims' emotions and attack them, the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam would encourage Hassan to phrase another poetry in order to repel theirs and resist theirs and defeat them as well. Abu Bakr Siddiq, may Allah be pleased with him, came forward when the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam encouraged the companions to donate. He came forward with a duffel bag full of money and he poured it before the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam.
MashaAllah.
And Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam saw so much money and he said, what is this, ya Abu Bakr? He said, this is to support the Muslim military. He said, that's a lot. What did you say for your family? What did you say for your family? That's a very big question. He said,
what was the answer?
He said, تَرَكْتُ لَهُمُ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ. He donated 100% of his possession, all his possessions. And when the Prophet ﷺ said, what did you save for your family? He said, I saved for them Allah and His Messenger. Obviously, we're not asking anyone to donate his possessions or half of his possessions or. I'm not talking, Sister Sarah, Jazakumullah khairan, may Allah bless you and your family. I'm not appealing to the viewers in order to sponsor 1 or 2 or 3 shows or programs. No. We don't want to stay stagnant and stand still in the same position, just have 2, 3 live programs and that's it. Sheikh Yusuf, you know, we started French programs on HUDA TV. We cannot launch them. We're looking for some people who have a long-term plan, business people, financially capable to say, I'm going to sponsor, for instance, the Nile Sat. And somebody would say...
Did you say French?
Exactly, yes. We started, alhamdulillah, we have programs
at this
recorded.
particular point in history, I can't think of a language more important to introduce this message because of what's happened to our poor sisters over there.
Not only that, Chinese and Russians. We are very ambitious.
Chinese?
Exactly.
Chinese Muslims?
And non-Muslims. And non-Muslims as well. And Nabi the brother Mu'tasim, Sheikh Mu'tasim said that Allah the Almighty said, we have not sent a single messenger to people but in their own mother tongue. That if we just keep remaining talking in Arabic or in English, that is not limited. Alhamdulillah, we're making a humble effort. But we would like to expand. And in order to expand, and as you just mentioned in the beginning, expenses will expand as well and will grow up. HUDA TV is functioning fully with approximately 30 personnels, from the director, from the regional manager to the person who introduces coffee.
30?
30 persons.
Do you know what? You know, Harris Tobin is the one who really is helping do the mechanics behind all this. When he was working and producing TV in Indonesia, he told me when he got to the station, they only had 200 people.
Yeah.
He said, what he said. How many did it go to? He's standing right there. How many did it go to?
700.
700.
Oh my God.
700. And we got 30?
Sheikh Yusuf, we have studios next door producing songs and music and all of that. We can just step outside and find out how many people are working and their budget. Now I was talking about...
I've seen it. I know what you're talking about. It's huge.
Okay, we're joined by Sheikh Asim bin Luqman al-Hakim. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh, and welcome to our program, Keep the Light On.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And a very good evening to all of your guests.
Jazakallah
Assalamu
khair.
Jazakallah khairan, Sheikh
Rahmatullah.
Asim. Finally we got to talk. I miss you so much.
Wallahi, if there's anything that I wish at the moment, besides $10 million to donate to Al-Huda, would be to be with you guys in the studio and just to chit-chat with you. And
You're already here. You're already here, trust me.
Then, inshallah, the $10 million is on its way.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Sheikh
Is that
Asim,
going to be a check? By the way, before we do anything else, Farad, I think it's imperative at this point in the game to mention something that we do have a website, a very important website, which is HUDA.tv. Now, what I just found out yesterday, you didn't even know this.